Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you wherever you are. Today is March 18, 2019. This is a midday market update, and the market's been bouncing around today a little bit. So let's go and take a look at what it has been doing and what we might expect for this afternoon. First, let's take a look at some of the market. The crude oil is up 57 cents and at 59.38, and gold is actually down 90 cents. It was up earlier. Right now it's sitting at $1,302. The Dow Jones Industrial is up 22 point at 25,871. S&P 500 up 7 point at 2829. Nasdaq 100 up 11 point at 7,318. Russell 2000 up 6 point at 1,559, and the Nasdaq Composite is up nearly 15 point at 7,703, and the Dow Transportation is up 84 point at 10,395. So the transportation is running a bit strong today. Now let's take a look at the breadth here. The up-down ratio, the up-down volume ratio is positive at 2.3 at the New York Stock Exchange, and then positive throughout the entire morning session. So has the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is running at 1.42, with the Russell running at positive 1.56. And looking at the advanced decline, we did have a little bit of a liquidation dump somewhere around 10 o'clock Eastern time. I believe that was 10, somewhere around there. Well, in the morning, and it was up close over at 1500, and got a little dump and went down to somewhere around 350 360 area. Right now it's coming back a little bit. It is the advance is running ahead of the decliner by 876 issue in the New York Stock Exchange, and 503 more advancer than decliner in the Nasdaq. The cumulative take been running positive in both the New York Stock Exchange and the Nasdaq. And looking at the ES, the E-mini S&P 500 is open auction in range, move up, took out the overnight high, then come up, put in the IB high, then came back down and went back into the range and took out the IB low. So chop around an IB low right now. It is trading above the overnight high and outside of Friday's value area. And in the NQ, for the NQ, similarly, it open auction in range, move above the overnight high, bounce around and took out the IB low after it formed the IB low, then come down back into the range and took out the IB high, the IB low, and also the overnight low. So so it seemed like it moved to all the stat already, the overnight stat and the IB stat on both direction. And right now it's basically just trading inside the Friday's value area above the IB low. So let's go and take a look at the daily candlestick on the ES. You can see the ES is still hovering inside of this channel here and try to work its way up to this 2865, and we'll see what it'll be able to get up there. There is this low volume zone here compared to the rest of the area here with these high volume area. So we'll see what get rejected up here and push it back down, or just won't go right through and come up to this particular high volume zone here. And looking at the volume profile, one time framing up. So once again, it's just continue to move up here. So basically looking at this 2865 as one of the potential target, and let's it reverse back down and come back into this balance zone somewhere around the 2800. And looking at the market profile, so the October, some of the October single print up here is still need to be get resolved. It is taking of the October 10 point of control at this 2839.75. There are quite a few of unfinished business below from mid-March, so it's going to be kind of from last week or so. So we're going to be keeping an eye on these as soon as the market get a little bit of a pullback. And if we go and take a look at the daily profile, and we see the daily profile is we got a little bit of a pull high here on the market profile, right? Took out this last week, last Friday's point of control, and came up right now is putting a pull high, and there was this pull low down here from Friday that also could be possibly be taken out in the day or two. So we kind of keep an eye on these pull high and the pull low down here. So those are the two levels to watch. And here on the the volume profile, you see this kind of get a little bit long here, and got this liquidation, and so it's kind of sitting around here, try to build this. And right now it's kind of short, squeezing some of the short out. A lot of people is probably down here try to go short, and market just would not go short, go down, and now it's popping back up. So we'll see how this thing play out. We might see it come back up to this developing value area somewhere around 2837. The IB high is up here, but I think it might form a HOD. So probably just gonna be chopping around within this area here this afternoon. So we'll see how this thing play out, and it might come up and take out this pull high here from the market profile. So that's one possibility, but other than that, I don't think it's gonna do too much, since the FOMC meeting is going to start tomorrow, and then an announcement on Wednesday. So I think the market is probably on hold for a little bit. So let's go quickly take a look at the SPY and see what the SPY is doing. Let me switch over, and here's the SPY. See, it's still kind of hovering around on this little bit of a consolidation of balance zone. So we'll see if this thing gonna pull back, come back into this particular zone here, or it's just gonna move to, because see, it is getting back into this channel here. So if it decide to continue to move up, then we're probably looking at this 285.50 as the next potential resistance. All right, so that is the midday update. Hopefully your day is going well. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, click on this little subscribe button down here at the lower right hand corner, and also be sure to click on that bell icon to get notification whenever I do a video such as this, or whenever I upload a video to my YouTube channel. And thank you for watching. Good luck to you, and have a great day.